Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to store Typeform leads in your CRM automatically for efficient follow-up. So let's suppose I'm running a business in which I'm collecting all my leads with the help of Typeform. I want that whenever there is a new form submission, automatically I should create a lead in my Salesforce account. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of my time, so I've completely automated this process. And to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between this Typeform and Salesforce. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a manner that whenever I am going to receive a new form submission in Typeform, automatically I am going to create a lead in my Salesforce account. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. So here in this video, we are going to see how we can log the leads which we have captured from Typeform to our Salesforce CRM. And for this, we are going to create an amazing automation workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect and build the connection between this Typeform and Salesforce. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com in your browser. Now before we sign into our Pabbly account, let me quickly take you towards Pabbly community. So you can join this Pabbly community to connect with business owners, experts and the Pabbly support team. You can share tips, ask questions and get quick solutions to your automation challenges. You can stay updated on latest features and collaborate with thousands of users who help and support each other every day. Now, if you want to learn how you can join this community, then please check out the link given in the description. Let's move back towards Pabbly. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in, and here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And here it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow and I need to select my workflow builder. We have this new beta which is modern, faster and more flexible one, and then we have this classic which is a stable and a familiar approach. I'm going to select this new beta and then I'm going to name this workflow as Store Typeform leads in your CRM automatically for efficient follow-up, and then I need to select this folder. Now these are the folders which have been created and I'm going to select it as Forms Automation and then click on Create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter my trigger application. So in this workflow, I need to log the leads which I have captured from Typeform to my Salesforce, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead from Typeform, automatically that will be added to my Salesforce, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger basically activates or triggers any workflow. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Typeform, and in my action application, I will be taking Salesforce. So from my trigger application, which is Typeform, the leads will be received, and in my action application, which is Salesforce, this lead will be transferred here, or the lead will be created in my Salesforce account. Here in my trigger application, I am going to take Typeform, and in my trigger event, I am going to take this new entry and then click on connect. So over here, if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Typeform. Here I've already logged in my Typeform account, and that's why I just need to grant away some permissions, for which I'm going to click on this accept. It is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization, and here Authorization successful, connection created successfully, Typeform is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now I have to select the form. In this drop down, you can find all the forms which I have. If I open my Typeform account, you can see these are the forms. Now I will be using this contact form. If I open this form, you will see that I have all these fields: first name, last name, phone number and email address. So I will go back towards my workflow and from this drop down select my form as contact form and then simply click on the save and send test request. You will see that it has changed to this waiting for webhook response, and now this means that I have to do a test submission in order to capture the webhook response over here. In order to do this test submission, I'm going to open this particular form, contact form, and as soon as I do this form submission, I should receive all the details in this workflow. So I'm going to open this form, and to open this form, over here on the top right you can see this copy link. So I'm going to copy the link to this form and paste it in a new tab. As this form opens, I'm going to fill in some dummy details in all these fields. So in my first name I'm going to write current, last name is user, phone number is this, and then my email address is current8626@pabblytudes.com. Now as soon as I have entered these details, I'm going to click on this submit, and as I submit this form, all the details should be captured in my workflow. I'm going to open my workflow and check whether I have received the details or not, and you see 5 seconds ago we have captured the response, which means as soon as we have submitted the form. Now if I scroll down, you see that I have received all the details. The last name was user, then I have received the phone number, then I have received this email address which was current@pabblytudes.com, and I have also received this first name. So these are the same details which we have filled while submitting the form, and we have received that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup which we have created between Pabbly Connect and Typeform, that is successful. And now whenever there will be new form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on towards the next step, whenever I receive a new form submission, I want to add that to my Salesforce CRM. So in my action application, I'm going to click on this add new action step and search for Salesforce. And in my action event, I'm going to select it as create lead and then click on connect. Now if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Salesforce. I have already logged in my Salesforce account, and that's why I'm just going to grant away the permission, for which I'm going to click on this allow. Your data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect, so you can do this. Now here, as soon as the authorization is successful, I need to fill in all these details. So I'm not going to enter the details like this manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I have received the response from this Typeform, and when I click on this field, I can see this Typeform. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. I'm going to enter my first name as current, this one, and then I'm going to enter my last name as user, this one, and then I'm going to skip this title. I have not received the response, and also I do not want to enter anything. I just want to enter or log the details of my lead which I have received from Typeform to my Salesforce. Now in the company name, as this is a required field but I have not received the response, so what can I do? I can enter the email address here. So for now I'm going to enter the email address, and I have received the phone number also, so I'm going to enter the phone number. And then I'm going to enter the email address, which is this one. Now the website URL and description are also not required field, but if you have captured the response, more details of this lead, what you can do, you can add that or map that over here. In the lead source, I'm going to select it as web. The status will be open, not contacted. The rating will be hot. And then again, I have not received the response for these fields, so I'm going to skip this. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static, and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I'm simply going to execute this workflow, click on the save and send test request, and here I have received the response. I have received the ID of this lead. I'm going to open my Salesforce account on the top where I can see all these options. I'm going to open this leads, and under this recent items you can see that I have created this current user. So the phone number was this, email address was current8626@pabblyconnect.com, and the name was current user. You see the lead status, open not contacted, lead source was web, and the rest of the details. Now to summarize, we took Typeform as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the new form submission. As soon as we did that, we wanted to add or create a lead in Salesforce CRM. So we took our action application as that, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered all the required details, and then finally created the lead in this CRM. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between this Typeform and Salesforce with the help of Pabbly Connect. I have attached the link to this workflow which you can clone, and I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.